Please be seated. Good morning. Dr. Lilley, President of Hult International Business School, Dr. Dhillon, our Provost and Executive Vice President, our commencement speaker today, Robert Glazer, distinguished faculty and staff, families and friends of graduates. My name is Willan, and I am the Dean of the Boston Undergraduate Program, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2024. We are gathered here today to celebrate you, our students, on earning your Bachelor's of Business degree. We are also here to thank the people who have supported you on this journey, the faculty and staff, your parents, your grandparents in some cases, your siblings, and your friends. Each has helped you in different ways, through financial, emotional, moral, as well as educational support. Your professors have worked tirelessly to inculcate and build your knowledge, which in my opinion is the greatest gift one human being can give to another. They have also consistently challenged you to raise your game, to be the best versions of yourselves, and inspired you in many ways. The staff of the school have also helped you along this journey in providing academic guidance and planning, as well as emotional support. Please join me in showing our sincere appreciation and gratitude to all the faculty, the staff, and your families who have worked so very hard to make this journey a successful reality. Thank you. The successful completion of your studies indeed marks a significant milestone in your lives. This day, this moment, is a culmination of many years of dedication, commitment, resilience, and sacrifice on your part. Your journey has been characterized by many challenges which required you to show resilience, persistence, and strong will. You have also spent countless hours working on team projects, prepared for exams, completed many assignment submissions, and in most cases, adapted to living in a foreign country. Through all these challenges, you have prevailed and succeeded. And again, I commend you all for your diligence, growth mindset, and perseverance. You have also taken advantage of our great diversity to make lifelong connections and build great friendships which will last beyond your studies. We are proud of our diversity, which allows us to forge better understanding of our different cultures and unify us as a family. Because at Hult, we are more than a school, but a family that takes care of each other, and we all share the same common ideals of compassion, care, passion for business, and more importantly, using our knowledge and experiences and wisdom to become more productive citizens of our world. As this chapter of your life ends, it also heralds the beginning of a new chapter. Some of you will be starting your professional careers. Some of you will go on to start your postgraduate studies. Some of you will be joining your family businesses. And some of you will start your own entrepreneurial ventures. I am confident that whichever direction you take, if you continue to show determination, a growth mindset, a positive attitude, then you will continue to realize your aspirations and achieve success. Today, I want to focus my theme on using education as a force for social good. Education, in my opinion, transcends beyond just the acquisition of knowledge, skills, and competencies. In fact, education is the process of learning and expanding culture, and as it contributes to the improvement of the human condition through better knowledge, health, living conditions, social equity, and productivity, it is also a tool for social progress. Education is expected to foster social progress through 4 different but interrelated purposes. Number 1, humanistic, through the development of individual and collective human virtues to their full extent. Number 2, civic, by the enhancement of public life and active participation in our society. Number 3, economic, by providing individuals with intellectual and practical skills that make them productive and enhance theirs and society's living conditions. And finally, number 4, through the fostering of social equity and justice. The true value of education is best manifested when it is utilized and applied to make positive changes in the lives of people. As humans, our planet Earth is the only habitable one we have thus far. Yet, as beautiful as our world can be, it is also beset with so many challenges. Today, our world is facing immense economic hardships, characterized by rising global inflation levels, diminishing levels of consumer spending power, geopolitical conflicts, rising levels of poverty and inequalities, as well as the very real-time issue of global warming and climate change. Each of you can play your parts in different ways in bringing about solutions to these global challenges. I implore you to ask yourselves every day, what can I do to make my society and the wider world a better place? In the jobs that you do, focus on adding value by generating solutions that will improve the lives of people. If you are engaged in an entrepreneurial venture, prioritize business models that can make positive differences to the lives of people. Each of you, in your little and in your big ways, can collectively make a positive change in serving and uplifting humanity. Regardless of your future engagements might be, always remember to do your best to serve the greater good and humanity at large. And in your interpersonal relationships with others, always be respectful, be open-minded, be kind, be polite, be confident, yet balance it with humility. Whether in your professional careers or in your personal lives, always endeavor to be part of the solution for fixing the challenges of our world. I will quote the late, great Nelson Mandela, who said that education is the greatest weapon we have to change our world. You should all aspire to epitomize and live this great ideal in your daily lives. To summarize and to conclude, I leave you all with this message. But also go into the world and do the best for humanity. I thank you all for your kind attention. Thank you. And now it is my pleasure to welcome our president, Dr. Lilley.
We're here today because you all have achieved something special, something that took hard work, intelligence, curiosity, collaboration, patience, resilience, passing exams. But you all did that, and as a result of that, you have all earned the degree that you're about to be awarded. That's a special thing. It wasn't easy. It wasn't supposed to be. You should be proud of that. And that's why we host a ceremony like this, to honor your achievement and to celebrate it with you. And I can say personally, it's a privilege to be here with you as you do that. It's wonderful to see so many of your families here to celebrate with you. Wherever you've come from, we welcome you and hope you have a wonderful day. Now, I'm lucky enough to be able to travel to all of our Hult campuses for graduation ceremonies and throughout the academic year, and I'm always incredibly impressed by what I see. The inspiring teaching of our incredible faculty, personified by my colleagues behind me here today, and you, our incredible international student community, who put so much energy, so much commitment towards your schooling here at Hult. I'm always incredibly proud of you and your classmates when I get to meet you in person, and when I speak with the deans and the faculty about how you apply yourselves and challenge each other throughout the academic year. It's you, after all, who make our classes and business challenges as dynamic as they are. As you know, learning from, as well as learning with your cohort, is a big part of your experience here. The greatest privilege of my job is meeting with our students and our alumni, which you will all be in not many minutes from now, and hearing their stories and how, sometimes many, many years later, their experience at Hult changed their lives. During your time here at Hult, I hope that you've built a global community of friends for life and gained the skills to help you thrive in your next chapters. I hope that you've been challenged in ways that not only helped you to grow, but also to discover strengths and capabilities that maybe you didn't even know you had. I hope that you've learned, and I hope that you've had fun. Our focus on practical knowledge, learning by doing, working in teams, building skills, that is the future of work, and you're all really well prepared for it. But the world, as you know, does not stand still, and I would urge you to stay curious and to keep learning. Today's an important milestone in your Hult journey. You're going to become alumni, connecting you with 33,000 of your peers in over 170 countries who earned their degrees with the same determination and passion as all of you. As you make this meaningful transition, we hope that you keep in touch, both with us and with each other. Be sure to embrace the opportunities that our global alumni network has to offer: lifelong learning, events, classes, class reunions, and much, much more. More importantly, remember that we, your Hult family, are here to champion you on your journey ahead. As you meet alumni in different parts of the world, remember your Hult roots and do your best to offer your time, your guidance, and support to one another, just like you did in the classroom. Always ask yourself, how can I be helpful? And I guarantee this will create a positive chain reaction in your professional and personal lives. The more that you stay in touch and the more that you offer to others, the stronger our community and the more that you will benefit in turn. One thing I'd like to point out today is something new, the bracelets that I hope you're wearing. For our graduates, there's a QR code on them to explore the many ways to stay involved in the Hult network after graduation. Do have a look at those options and keep them in mind. For parents and families, your bracelet gives you access to information about our President's Fund, launched last year with the goal of growing the number of scholarships that we award to deserving students from all over the world, as we celebrate the many achievements of your loved ones here today, we hope that you'll consider joining us in our mission to enable future generations of talent and becoming part of our donor community. At Hult, every contribution counts. Together, we aim to make an impact that will resonate for generations to come. For those of you who are joining online today, you can find out more about our alumni network and the President's Fund on our website. Right. Apparently it is customary at this point to offer you some advice. I've never really followed any advice myself, but here is some anyway, based on my experiences in life and in business. It's about plans. For those of you who do have a plan and know what you want to do next or where you want to be in 5 years' time, that is great, and I really wish you every success in executing those plans. For those of you who don't, that's great too, because life is long. The world changes, opportunities change, and you change. Some of the best things, maybe most of the best things that have happened to me in my life and my career were not things that I'd planned for, like being here for a start. In fact, I rarely had a plan myself. So what's my advice then? It's 3 parts. First, even if you do have a plan, be open to a change or a different path. Sometimes the plan that you had won't be right for you anymore. Sometimes you just didn't know what was going to be possible when you came up with your plan. If you're willing to switch to a better plan, and you've got a good framework in your head for deciding what a better plan looks like, you'll have so many more options in life. Second, give yourself the best possible chance to know about different opportunities. Read about a wide range of things, network, ask questions, be curious. Some of the best opportunities in life come up by accident, but the accidents won't happen to you if you're not there. And finally, this is the important bit. Whatever you're doing, now or in the future, do it as well as you can. You may or may not be pursuing your dream job right now. And as you know, no job is fun every single day. But opportunities generally come to people who are doing well, exceeding expectations, people who have a good reputation. How well you do is usually a combination of what you choose to do and how hard you choose to work. If you want to be successful, you owe it to yourself to choose to do something that you're good at and to choose to work hard at it. All right. Finally, to the class of 2024. You all have very, very bright futures ahead of you. But let that start tomorrow. And today, enjoy this special day. Enjoy the sense of satisfaction that comes from achieving something that was difficult. Nearly 30 years later, I look back on my own graduation day as one of the most special moments of my life, a precious moment that I shared with my family. I hope that you can all make similar memories today. Congratulations, everybody, and go well. Thank you. I'd like to ask our Provost, Dr. Mona Dhillon, to come to the podium to announce a special Student Achievement Award. Thank you.
Thank you, President Lilley. Graduates and guests, it's my honor to present this year's Hodges Scholar Award. This award is in recognition of Dr. Stephen Hodges, who served as president of Hult International Business School for 16 years, from 2006 to 2022. During his tenure, Hult became a global leader in business education, with campuses across 3 continents, over 4,000 students a year, and a global network of over 30,000 alumni. Under his leadership, Hult became the first triple accredited business school in the US and is consistently ranked among the top business schools in the world. Dr. Hodges' entrepreneurial spirit, focus on innovation, unparalleled work ethic, belief in the power of practical learning, and his commitment to academic rigor epitomized the Hult ethos. In honor of his contributions to Hult, we established the Hodges Scholar Award in 2022. This prestigious award celebrates the values embodied by Dr. Hodges by rewarding the extraordinary academic achievement of students studying at Hult. The award is granted to students graduating with the top 1% GPA in their program globally. From the entire class of over 2,200 Hult graduates across all of our campuses and all of our programs, 30 graduates have earned the Hodges Scholar Award in 2024, and 4 are here with us today. When I call your name, please rise and stay standing until I have called all 4 names. And if there are any family members or guests here today, I ask you to also please rise and stay standing. Graduating today with the Bachelor of Business Administration, and all 4 earning perfect 4.0 GPAs. Diego Alejandro Kobayushi Otsumoto, please stand. Ella Samatachi. Larissa Pinheiro Neves. Vincent Mostert. Diego, Ella, Larissa, and Vincent, congratulations on this extraordinary academic achievement. To honor you today, you will be leading your graduating class for the degree conferral ceremony. At the conclusion of all Hult commencement ceremonies later this month, the entire 2024 class of Hodges Scholars will be showcased on Hult's website and receive a personal letter of recognition from our president, Dr. Matt Lilley. We wish you all the best as you embark on your next journey and look forward to hearing of your future success as Hult alumni. Everyone, please join me in one more round of applause for our 2024 Hodges Scholars. And now I'll pass it back to Dr. President Lilley, who will present another special award. Thank you.
Last year, we introduced the Hult Honorary Doctorate, given to individuals who embody our purpose of making an impact that matters and inspiring others to do the same. A committee that includes myself, our Provost, Dr. Dhillon, and additional members of Hult's academic team review nominations each year of some of the best leaders in business to determine who most deserves this honor based on their outsized impact in their respective industry, as well as their commitment to innovation and purpose-driven leadership. Our 2024 Hult Honorary Doctorate recipient is Indra Nooyi, the former CEO of Pepsi. Indra ran the company for more than 2 decades, serving as chair and CEO. She was consistently named one of the world's most powerful people by Forbes, Fortune, and Time magazines. She now sits on the board of Amazon and the International Cricket Council. While at Pepsi, Indra led the Performance with a Purpose strategy, which prioritized environmental, and societal needs alongside financial and organizational growth. And throughout her career, Indra has consistently advocated for women in leadership. Indra can't be here in person, but she has recorded as a video. Let's hear from Indra now.
Hello, everyone. As a lifelong proponent of the importance of education, I am thrilled to be named the recipient of this year's Honorary Doctorate degree from the Hult International Business School. You know, having spent a career in business where I saw firsthand the impact of things like collaboration, innovation, learning by doing, shared purpose, and diversity of thought and perspectives. Incidentally, many of the things that Hult International teaches as part of its curriculum, I am really optimistic that students learning these skills today will become our strong, globally focused leaders of tomorrow. So Hult, thank you so much for this honor. I feel genuinely privileged. All the very best.
Thank you, Indra. We also feel privileged to have you as part of our family. I'll now hand over to Dean Mann.
It is now my honor to introduce today's keynote speaker for our graduation ceremony, Robert Glazer. Hult wishes to acknowledge individuals who illustrate the spirit of Hult and lean into what we teach in our programs, using skills and intelligence to make a positive impact in our world. Robert Glazer is the founder and chairman of the Board of Acceleration Partners, a global leader in partnership marketing. He also co-founded and chaired Brand Cycle, which was acquired by Stack Commerce in 2021. A serial entrepreneur and award-winning executive, Robert is passionate about helping individuals and organizations to elevate their performance. Under his leadership, Acceleration Partners garnered numerous accolades and won over 30 awards for its world-class company culture. Robert himself was twice named to Glassdoor's list of top CEOs for small and medium-sized companies in the USA, ranking number 2nd. Robert is the international best-selling author of 7 books, including Elevate, Friday Forward, Elevate Your Team, and How to Make Virtual Teams Work. Additionally, Robert hosts the Elevate podcast, a top 1% show on business, performance, and leadership with over 3 million downloads globally. Robert, I welcome you to the stage. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. I want to thank Dr. Lilley, Dr. Dhillon, and the deans, faculty, and staff for making this day possible and inviting me here to be part of it. I also want to thank all the family and friends in attendance to celebrate the graduates. And most importantly, I want to congratulate you, the graduating class of 2024, for being the reason we're here today. Right after I speak to you today, literally minutes, I'm headed to the airport to see my second child off to school for the first time. In exactly 2 years, I'll be a parent on the other side of these chairs here in this podium, watching my first child graduate. So naturally, that's got me thinking a little bit about what I'd want to share with my own kids when they reach the milestone that you're at today, as well as what advice I could have used when I was sitting in your seats, scarily, about 26 years ago. These two trains of thought merged into what I'll share with you today. 4 lessons informed by my own journey and what I've observed working with and studying hundreds of successful people at the tops of their respective fields. I do want to begin with a little dose of reality. A lot of the hard work in your life has been building to this moment, and many people have understandably made you think of this as the crowning achievement in your life. And without a doubt, your graduation today is a major accomplishment that deserves to be celebrated. But finishing this race, unfortunately, doesn't lead to a trip to the winner's podium. Instead, it places you at a new starting line. What you've done to get to this point is remarkable, but it's really what you do from here that's going to define your life and your legacy. So before diving in, I also want to be clear that my definition of success is not about having the biggest house, the most accolades, the greatest fame, or the most money. It's about making an impact on the world that each of you wants to make, fulfilling your potential, and doing so in your unique way. There are many people in this world who appear extraordinarily successful by superficial definitions and who are deeply unhappy. And there are people who appear to live simple and humble lives who are completely fulfilled. Don't hold yourself to anyone else's definition of success. As you pursue your vision of success, I hope these principles help you avoid some missteps and maybe accelerate your journey towards your goals. Lesson 1, uncover your values. What do you value most in life? I know it's a simple question, but it's actually one that's not simply answered. My experience is very few people can clearly articulate their most deeply held principles. I identified my own list of personal core values over a decade ago and kept that list front and center on my desk to this day. I was in my 30s when I took this step, and I really wished I had done it sooner because it was a major demarcation point in my life. Up to that point, I certainly had some meaningful accomplishments and even a modicum of success. However, everything you had just heard in my bio came after those core values were introduced and I had that revelation. So what are core values? Again, we hear the term a lot, but we're not totally clear what it means. So simply stated, core values are your most deeply held, non-negotiable principles. Consciously or subconsciously, they drive many of your most important decisions, such as your chosen vocation, who you marry, and the community in which you choose to live. When you do things aligned to your values, you feel energized. When you do things that clash with your values, it drains your energy and you feel bad or out of place. Your core values are not aspirational traits, they're not slogans. When identified correctly, they describe who you are and who you've likely always been, and your parents could probably tell you the same. They're kind of like the instruction manual that you never received when you're born. If you can't clearly articulate your own personal core values, you certainly aren't alone, but you're kind of navigating life without a GPS. Because understanding these values is so transformational, I urge you to spend some time thinking about what it is that you value. It will provide the foundation for the most important decisions in your life, especially the ones I refer to as the big three. Who you choose as a spouse or life partner, your chosen career or your place of work, or where you choose to live and the people with whom you surround yourself. You need to get these right, and that's easier when you have core values to guide you. And so to help you, I'm actually going to send each of you access to a course later this week for free that'll walk you through this process. And here you thought you were done with classes. But don't worry, it's just about an hour, but I highly recommend it. Finally, once you understand your values, don't compromise on them, even when it's easy or convenient. In a constantly changing world, where it's often simpler to follow the crowd and go along with what everyone else is doing, having a stable and unchanging foundation to anchor your decision-making is really important. Let your values be your unwavering compass, guiding you with integrity and serving as an anchor to keep you steady in the storm of life that has changed. Upholding your values is always the right choice, even when it means standing alone. Lesson 2, learn before you earn. All right, here's another tough truth. In your 20s, you're going to be underpaid and underappreciated, even when you do great work. I know, I did great work. I was underappreciated and underpaid. During this period, you're going to feel the need and the urge to jump from job to job in pursuit of more money or maybe a better title, especially when your peers show you how this has worked for them. What you need to do is keep top of mind that you're running a marathon, not a sprint. The reality is the arc of your success will depend much more on what you learn in your 20s and the relationships you build rather than how much money you earn or your job title. The most successful people I've met and studied focus the early part of their careers on honing their craft and becoming an expert that people seek out. They worked at the best companies, got themselves into the top training programs, and sought out and trained under the best mentors. Let me share a few specific examples. Jamie Dimon, the influential CEO of JP Morgan Chase, was actually the protege of CEO Sandy Weil at American Express and Citigroup. Oprah Winfrey was mentored by Barbara Walters early in her career, and Walter's provided guidance and inspiration that helped Oprah navigate and eventually dominate the media landscape. Steven Spielberg, who's arguably history's most famous director, was mentored by Sidney Sheinberg, an executive at Universal Studios who gave Spielberg his first directing job, and provided numerous opportunities that launched his career. Lin-Manuel Miranda was mentored by Stephen Sondheim, a legendary composer and lyricist. And finally, Chef Gordon Ramsay, who was mentored by Marco Pierre White, who was one of the most celebrated chefs in the UK, who taught him the importance of discipline and precision in the kitchen, which became the hallmarks of his own culinary style. I found about another 100 examples I could have shared here today, but you probably get the point. Odds are you won't do the things that define your life and your career in your 20s, and you also won't make a fortune unless you invent the next Facebook or Amazon. The problem is the probability of doing that is about equal to winning the lottery. And while I want you to dream big, I don't think it's practical advice to bet on winning the lottery. In your 20s, focus on finding work that engages you to the point that you're intrinsically motivated to learn more. It doesn't have to be enjoyable all the time, but it should feed your deep curiosities. Find a vocation, a company, or a leader who makes you want to get better. Give your all and truly hone your craft. Find great training programs and attach yourself to great mentors. Become vulnerable and coachable so that you can soak in everything those mentors have to offer you rather than being annoyed to be taught. Don't waste your energy being frustrated that your first job doesn't pay as much as you like or that your peers are taking better vacations. Channel that energy into learning and becoming an indispensable expert. This is what will make you invaluable, connected, and very well compensated later in your career. The most profound satisfaction often comes from patience and the wisdom to embrace delayed gratification. Lesson 3, embrace the struggle. You're all here because you're smart, hardworking, and talented. Some of you may have even made it to this point without needing to give your best or overcome significant obstacles. I speak from experience. Earlier in my life, I got by doing only what was needed and nothing more. The problem is that things don't come as easily in the real world. You will be tested in ways you're not prepared for, and you need to have the strength to withstand those tests. I don't think I really understood what I was capable of until I got knocked down a few times and figured out how to keep getting up. Again, many of your parents and teachers may not have set the right expectations here, preparing the path for you rather than preparing you for the path. Life is hard, and things won't always work out in your favor every time, or even most of the time. Even a dream job just feels like work some days. There will be stretches of weeks or months where work or life feels unbearable. The key is not to quit something just because it's challenging or you hit a rough patch. Quit when it's not something worth fighting for anymore. Struggling is part of growth, and resilience is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't. Your greatest achievements will likely come soon after your biggest appointments, and your character will be shaped and defined by your low points, not your high ones. Resilience actually doesn't come naturally. It's a muscle that needs to be developed and tested. Here's 2 simple ways to build that muscle. First, simply, stay physically active. Regular exercise improves your mood, reduces stress, increases energy, and it improves your sleep. It's difficult to rise to any challenge when your mind and body aren't fully prepared to meet you for it. Second, try to regularly put yourself in positions that are uncomfortable or even a bit scary. Ask that person out. Take a different route to work every so often. Try to get somewhere without using your GPS and get lost. Take a solo trip to a different country or city, and you earn bonus points by going somewhere where English is not the dominant language. And last but not least, take opportunities to speak publicly, which is almost always uncomfortable at first. And actually, it's everyone's biggest fear in life. It ranks above death. There are small things you can do to stimulate challenging, unfamiliar, or even anxiety-inducing situations and prove to yourself that you can handle them. Finally, a big part of resilience is simply your mindset and focus. Resilience often requires accepting your new reality, even if it's less good than one you had before, even days or weeks ago. When things go wrong, you can lament the things beyond your control that are conspiring against you, or you can focus on what you can control, put one foot in front of the other, solve one problem at a time, and get back to making progress. Lesson 4, and this may be the most important one. You won't regret the things that you did. Regret is a powerful force in life. It serves as both a reminder of our past decisions and a motivator for our future actions. And the truth is, when all is said and done, and especially towards the end of our lives, we regret the things we don't do far more than the things we did. Numerous studies over the years have backed this up with data. When you're all standing on this stage in my shoes in 26 years, or reflecting back at the end of your own life, the biggest regrets you're going to have are the things you did not do. The person you never asked out, the business you never started, the trip you didn't take with friends or family, or that difficult conversation you were afraid to have with someone you loved or cared about. You won't always make the right decisions or get the answers you're looking for. More at-bats naturally lead to more hits and more strikeouts. But you'll never be left wondering what could have been. You just won't regret what you did, with one significant exception. The same studies show that by far, the most common regret in life is bullying others. The good news is that there just doesn't take much time or effort to be kind. When you embrace the opportunities in front of you and take chances, you'll live a life free from the weight of what-ifs, and you'll sprint across the finish line without any need to look back at what might have been. Having shared these lessons, I want to share one last story. When I mentioned to my daughter that I had been asked to give this speech, she asked me what I was going to talk about. So I told her that in case this opportunity ever presented itself, I had actually taken some notes over the year, and those notes ended up forming the basis of my talk today. Opportunities often arrive unexpectedly. It's usually a good idea to be ready for them and to plan to bring your A game. And there's a famous story about this involving NBA legend Magic Johnson. At the beginning of Magic's career, he saw a father and son approach the Lakers teammate Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and ask for an autograph. Kareem said no and walked away. Seeing the disappointment on the son's face, Magic walked over and kindly offered an autograph, saying, "Hey, maybe I'll be a great player one day," to the kid. Over a decade later, when Magic's basketball career was cut short by HIV and he was trying to piece his post-basketball life together, he launched a business career. And eventually, as part of that, he received a critical investment from a familiar face, the father of the boy for whom Magic had signed the autograph. He remembered Magic's kindness that day. Over a decade later, he returned the favor. When you always bring your A game and show kindness, it comes back to you in ways you could not imagine. It's so important to always put your best foot forward, because you can't possibly know which acts and moments today will be crucial to your future tomorrow. To wrap things up, I'd like to share one of my favorite quotes, which I believe encapsulates so much of what I've spoken about today. I actually first heard it in a yoga class about 20 years ago. And for years, I misattributed it to the yoga teacher when it's actually quite famous. So be careful how you attribute your quotes. That quote is, "How we do anything is how we do everything." I can't think of a better motto to live by. I wish you each the best of luck as you venture out in the world and make your unique contribution. Thank you again, and congratulations to the class of 2024.
Thank you very much, Robert, for that very inspiring speech. It is now time to recognize our undergraduates and confer their degrees. Our students will receive their diploma and cross the stage individually to be recognized as proud graduates of Hult International Business School. Graduates will be preceded by a student commencement speaker, and then we will have the recipient of the degrees. The student speaker was selected based on their merits of academic achievement, a high degree of engagement in the Hult community, personification of the Hult ethos, including global citizenship and growth mindset, as well as their commitment to making an impact that matters. I am proud to introduce our student commencement speaker, Ahmed Harouchi.
I am honored to deliver the commencement speech for this incredible student body. If you all recall, as high school graduates in 2020, we had no graduation. Most of us moved on to adulthood and college without truly moving on. So today, you better all celebrate twice. In today's commencement speech, I want to emphasize and elaborate on the power of doing. When I first heard about Hult, I remember reading so much about how Hult is for those made to do. I was thrilled to hear about an innovative take on education because, to be quite honest, the education system is a prehistoric creature in dire need of some change. The world is changing and technology is dominating. So the way we're learning must adapt, or else we'll be replaced by a bunch of humanoid bots at work. And let's face it, these bots won't just take our jobs, they'll probably ace all the group projects without ever complaining to their managers or professors about doing most, if not all of the work. So, I arrived in Boston during winter break to attend classes in person for the first time. Off the bat, I realized three things. Our professors are the coolest beings on earth. Our campus staff is charming and optimistic. And lastly, being so lively and happy in 20-degree weather is a phenomenon I'll never understand. On a more serious note, our experience was enhanced by the people around us. And having such experts teach us what they know about the real world is priceless. Our professors truly care about us. They push us, and they break that protective cocoon that most international students have when studying in a completely different language and setting. As freshmen, we were pushed to introduce ourselves in TED Talk style, if you all remember, with students from all over Hult, as well as the dean attending the presentations. That same year, we assisted several international companies with their US market entry strategy and pitched over 3 different startup ideas to investors who gave us crucial feedback. In many of my classes, our professors would open up the floor for the first 15 minutes so we could discuss current events and relevant happenings in the Wall Street Journal. These instances pushed us to be curious, seek knowledge, be active, and express our thoughts and ideas. It was a beautiful entryway into college, and obviously the rest is history. Thank you to all the professors who shaped our experiences at Hult. You nurtured our confidence and gave us countless opportunities to hone our skills, make mistakes, and learn. You offered your time to assist us individually with whatever we needed, whether it was an internship opportunity, mentorship sessions, or simple coffee chats. Hult is more than just a university. It is a family. Congratulations to you all, fellow graduates.
And now for Hult International Business School's Class of 2024, Bachelor of Business Administration, Ahmed El Harouchi with distinction. Daigo Alejandro Kobayashi Utsumoto, a Hodges Scholar. Ella Shamataji, Hodges Scholar with distinction. Larissa Pinheiro Neves, Hodges Scholar. Vincent Mostert, Hodges Scholar. Arland Rexa. Halvar Steinskog. Jessica Bernal, with distinction. Yona Muratai. Karen Wanjiru Kaguri Gitahi. Bill Manfred Kitendo. Ekaterina Beloborodova. Arnold Micho. Ariba Ahmed. Kiani Victoria Kalele. Devin Jared Max Trammell, with distinction. Eriza Florian. Juan David Zuluaga, with distinction. Humberto Ibirma, with distinction. Isabella Mota. Rodrigo Antonio Sosa Vergara, with distinction. Sebastian Jose Gomez Nolasco Mendoza. Sebastian Roboledo Cano. Nicole Marie Esteves de Jesus, with distinction. Wendy Lily Josiane Ferrando, with distinction. Oriane Dupré, with distinction. Nin Sacristani Cristia. Pedro Jimenez. Tanuj Udayakumar. Mathilde Marie Meyassou Le Cerf. Réan Gomes. Roman Border Fielding. Yusuf Legtas. Nicola Gaffari. Vyom Patel. Stephen Chen. Nicole Carvalho Cross. Matias Maragotto. Daniel Hernandez. Aranza Manjares. Katerina Aileen Luna, with distinction. Alexis Sinclair Abdallah. Francisco Miro Saldana. Joaquin Gonzalez Nunez. Juan Jose Lopez. Joaquin Alcantara Ferreira. Juan Diego Cepeda Cardona. Juan David Marulanda Junco. Isabella Rodriguez Astaiza. Felix Armando Mercedes Guzman. Benjamin Bean. Bilal Kada Ali. Ashley Sue Welch. Emily Rojas, with distinction. Ellen Rebecca Hammerstock. Deva Rajamohanan. Esteban Arango. Alejandro Gomez Gutierrez, with distinction. Eduardo Belot Marinakis. Mustafa Ndaye. Jonas Christensen, with distinction. Felipe Escolero. Cynthia Martinez. Ian Michiro Hutchinson. Alejandro Suarez Cordova, with distinction. Hannah Olovich. Diego Betanzo. Helena Maria Croce. Camila Sylvie Acra. Kai Hyun. Chi Tran. Jad Albuz. Juan Sebastian Silva. Juan Cartagena Reyes. Juan Tomas Diaz Reinieri. Juan Pablo Valenzuela Barragan. Agar Damdurensen. Sharif Dian. Adrian Andre Corona Alba. Ana Martinez Pont. Alize Guinou, with distinction. Carmen Carol Estela. Giuseppe Giosue Delia, with distinction. Fatima Zoglio. Bianca Moya Mercado. Juan Pablo Lera Calvillo. Felipe Ferreira Hamdar. Jose Eduardo Valle Cabral. Juan David Almanza. Alejandro Lopez Ortega. Alexandre Alain Ettore Chartrois. Camila Cruz, with distinction. Giovanni Santonze. Federico Scioli, with distinction. Andres Felipe Jativa Vasquez. Jasmine Jalaya Fairclough. Nicolos Padarizzi. Min Quang Viet Nguyen. Nicole Pitasi, with distinction. Sarah Galtieri. Maria Vittoria Mosconi. Sushmita Shirag Dave. Un Wu. Nishna Gangapuram. Nicolas Castiblanco. Teresa Lodares. Rafael Alexander Chung, with distinction. Luisa Fernanda Paramo Tellez. Metzli Moreno Hernandez, with distinction. Marina Solter, with distinction. Samira Patricia Montalvo Abedrado, with distinction. Vache Leanne McCalla. Shravani Neely. Roberto Franco Gonzalez del Valle. Valeska Robalino. Lucas Gomez. Wade San Lucas Gomez Ferreira. Luciana Zapala Rosales. Nazli Osamurkar, with distinction. Sean David Tanner. Sonia Loriano Garcia. Santiago Rios. Rodolfo Jose Penalba Perez. Moises Calderon Pineda. Santiago Lozada. Rania Lahoud Korab. Madia Ali Guerra. Sofia Vives Fernandez. Yusuf Ahmed El Rashidi. Tiago Ferreira Docanto. Leonardo Santos Docanto. Mikyas Ambai, with distinction. Lizan Kaletska, with distinction. Santiago Corredor Camargo, with distinction. Congratulations, graduates.
It is my honor to certify our graduates for their Bachelor's of Business Administration degrees. Graduates, will you please rise and remain standing, please? Acting on the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the academic board, the New England Association of Schools and Colleges, and the Astridge Memorial Trust, I hereby confer upon each of you your earned degree with all its rights, honors, and responsibilities. Thank you all for sharing this year with us, and we hope to continue to see you involved in the Hult alumni community and to make positive impacts that you will make in our world. As always, I leave you with the promise to work very hard to make your diplomas an increase in value. Like we are all of you, we want you to be proud of us. Congratulations, and be seated. Thank you. We are at the end of this stage in your journey, but also at the start of another one. In a moment, we will begin our recessional. I will invite our faculty to start, followed by our newly minted graduates. We ask that family and friends to remain seated until the platform party and graduates have exited. Afterwards, graduates are invited to reunite with their families and friends outside. On a personal note, I would also like to seize this opportunity to thank our senior leadership team, the faculty who have worked with me over the last 2 years as your dean. This is my last dance, or my last graduation ceremony as dean, and I thank you all for making me part of your journey. Thank you. Thank you. From September, we welcome our new dean, Dr. Monique Jordan. Monique, can you stand? And we are most honored to welcome Monique to our campus, and I have no doubt that he will elevate the program to higher heights. Once again, on behalf of the entire Hult community, we congratulate you all and wish you all the very best. Class of 2024, please rise.